King David played a significant role in organizing worship in Israel. He appointed specific individuals and groups to lead worship in the temple, establishing a structured system of praise and worship that would continue for generations. Asaph, Heman, and Jeduthun. These three men were among the primary worship leaders appointed by David. They were skilled musicians and singers who were responsible for leading the people in worship and playing musical instruments in the temple. He was a Levite and a chief musician. He, along with his descendants, was responsible for singing and playing cymbals during worship. Asaph is also credited with writing several psalms. Heman. Another key figure in David's worship team, Heman was known as the singer. He was the king's seer, prophet, in matters of worship. Jeduthun, or Ethan. Jeduthun was in charge of leading worship through singing and playing the lyre and other stringed instruments. He and his family also served as gatekeepers for the temple. David appointed a large group of Levites to serve as musicians and singers in the temple. This group included skilled harpists, lyre players, and cymbalists, as well as singers who led the congregation in praise. These Levites were divided into 24 groups, each serving in the temple at different times. This rotation ensured continuous worship in the temple. The primary purpose of the worship leaders and musicians was to lead the people of Israel in praising God. They were responsible for singing songs of thanksgiving, leading in prayers, and playing instruments to accompany the singing. Their role was not just to entertain but to help the congregation focus on God, remember His deeds, and express their devotion through music and song. David's organization of worship set a precedent for how worship was conducted in Israel and influenced worship practices even beyond the Old Testament period.